Please be ready for a dictation of Part 1 from a write-up on fundamental rights taken from jagranjosh.com. The material can be suitable for DDC skill and any other skill. 5 seconds. Start. The fundamental rights have been classified under the 6 categories: right to freedom, right to equality, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. These fundamental rights are envisaged in Part 3, Article 12 to 35 of the Indian Constitution. Initially, the Constitution of India had 7 fundamental rights that are borrowed from the Constitution of the USA. But later on, right to property was abolished, and now there are just 6 fundamental rights in force. In this article, we have explained meaning of all the fundamental rights in detail. Article 14 represents the idea of equality, which states that the state shall not deny to any person equality before the law or the equal protection of the laws within the territory of India. The equality before the law is guaranteed to all without regard to race, color, or nationality. Article 15 states that the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds only of religion, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them, and would not be subject to any disability, liability, restriction, or condition. Nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any special provisions for women and children. Nothing in this article or in subclause G of clause 1 of Article 19 shall prevent the state from making any special provision by law for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward classes of citizens or for the scheduled castes or scheduled tribes. Article 16 states that no citizen shall, on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, residence, or any of them, be ineligible for or discriminated against in respect of any employment or office under the state. It empowers Parliament to make a law prescribing any requirement as to residence within that state or union territory prior to employment or appointment in that state or union territory. It empowers the state to make special provisions for the reservation of appointments or posts in favor of any backward classes of citizens. Article 17 abolishes untouchability and forbids its practice in any form. Untouchability refers to a social practice that looks down upon certain oppressed classes solely on account of their birth and makes any discrimination against them on this ground. Article 18 abolishes all titles and prohibits the state to confer titles on anybody, whether a citizen or a non-citizen. However, military and academic distinctions are exempted from the prohibition. The right to freedom guarantees to the citizens of India 6 fundamental freedoms. 1. Freedom of speech and expression. 2. Freedom of assembly. 3. Freedom to form associations. 4. Freedom of movement. 5. Freedom to reside and to settle. And 6. Freedom of profession, occupation, trade, or business. Article 20 provides protection against arbitrary and excessive punishment for any person who commits an offense. This article has taken care to safeguard the rights of persons accused of crimes. Moreover, this article cannot be suspended even during an emergency in operation under Article 359. Stop.